I'm gonna go on a limb here and say another thing regarding the trading Nikola Jokic stuff that came out, and now ESPN has gotten its claws on it and it's getting out of hand.
So ridiculous.
It's not going to happen. All right. He's not going to get traded. It was a break glass in case of emergency type of comment that I'm sure Josh, to say it again, probably wouldn't have said anything. This is why people don't like speaking to the media, because things get taken out of context. And it was. I mean, I'm being truthful with you. I'll go at this point. Nikola Jokic, maybe years down the line, possibility of getting traded, sure. But the next 5 years, nah. He's gonna sign an extension here in Denver. And if he doesn't do it this year, he'll do it next year. There'll be an extension signed. I am so sure of that. I am so damn sure of that. That if Nikola Jokic were to get traded in the next 5 years, what can I give you besides my retirement papers?
Yeah, Vic,
what can I offer?
I'm the same way.
What could I offer you? Is there something I can? What is it? What is it I could offer you?
How many times has this junk been on the line?
Now, we can't put junk on the line anymore because the junk doesn't mean anything.
What are you talking
Speak
about?
for yourself.
Yeah, I was going to say. Good Lord Almighty.
I'm trying to put something on the line
I'm
here.
an old man without a prostate.
I'll stop playing golf. I'll stop.
Oh, my God.
Turn in my clubs.
I mean, I think you would rather.
I'll stop.
I think it's preferable for him to put his junk on the line.
I'd
than
much
to do
rather.
that.
I'd much rather be a unit.
How about this?
Listen.
You can put a tracker on my car.
Nobody wants to track.
And I will never, ever go to 7-Eleven again.
You'll just go to.
Yeah, that doesn't
Circle
count.
K.
Yeah.
No, I'm teasing.
Hang on.
I mean, look, dude, it's just, I want to reiterate, Vic, I want to emphasize, the comment was made to explain how ludicrous it would be to even think about the second apron for this team the way it's currently structured with the contracts they have.
So, again.
That's all it is. It's just silly for anybody to take anything. And they're talking about, should Jokic want to stay with the Nuggets long term?
Hold on.
So stupid.
Hold on. I just want to. Oh yeah, the headline: should Jokic want to stay with the Nuggets long term? That's on First Take. If you guys missed it, somebody's saying, "Why is Vic talking about trading Jokic? What's going on?" It's just a very look. Here's the context. This is yesterday with Josh Kroenke.
For us as an organization, going into that second apron is not necessarily something that we're scared of. I think that there are rules around it that we needed to be very careful of with our injury history. The wrong person gets injured, and very quickly you're into a scenario where that I never want to have to contemplate, and that's trading number 15. And so, we're very conscious of that pushing forward, and providing the resources that we can when the moment arrives. But that second apron, is it a hard cap? I'm not 100% sure, but it's something that teams are obviously very aware of going forward.
So that's the context of this. That's spurred on about 50 think pieces about, are the Nuggets actually open to trading Jokic, which they are not. Mm-hmm. Now, I said from the very beginning, I even kind of get where Josh is coming from. I think it's kind of silly just to even say it out loud because you know what's coming afterwards. Like that little piece is going to be the one thing that people hang on to despite the fact that it means nothing. And so just as somebody who speaks for a living, once you put that out there, there's nothing that you're going to say around it that's going to save that.
I can't hear what they're saying on this show. All the talking heads. These are part of the brain trust of ESPN's NBA coverage.
Do they have the Morris twins up there again?
They do not.
No, it's Bob Myers, it's Stephen A. and Windhorst. But that headline, should Jokic want to stay with the Nuggets long term, is not a headline if he just doesn't say contemplate trading 15. That's it.
That's fine, but
no, it could be a headline because that's been brought up before. The Nuggets doing enough to
they aren't doing it today.
Nikola Jokic. I posed that. Hey, listen, I posed that question to Josh Kroenke after the press conference. I thought so little of that throwaway the comment that he made during the press conference. Like most of us there, we didn't even acknowledge it. It was just so. It was minuscule. It didn't mean anything. We knew it didn't mean anything, and we didn't dramatize it like a high school gossip queen. We didn't do that. But I did ask him about all this talk about whether or not the Nuggets do enough to keep Nikola Jokic happy. Here was his answer to me.
You know, we have great conversations where, you know, we're brutally honest with each other about things, and I think that's what, you know, tough moments take. I think our relationship has grown over the last few years and definitely grew over the last, you know, few months because we had to look at each other in the eye and we had to really trust what the other one was saying. But I think that, you know, Yoke, to his credit, you know, really, especially over the last 3 games and into the playoffs, you really saw him take a new level of leadership and ownership in his play on and off the court in the locker room. He was more vocal, and I think that while he obviously he loved and had a lot of respect for the growth that he went through under Coach Malone, there was a little bit of freedom in the last couple of weeks of the season as well. And so he's in a great place. Hopefully he's over in Serbia. I think last time I saw him, he was enjoying a nice river raft. And hopefully a few cold beers as well. But, you know, come July, I know he'll be ready to get back to work, and I know he's in a good place mentally as well.
They have a great relationship. I've seen it.
Of course.
I know it. So I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it. Is it fair to say that Nikola Jokic has been frustrated at times? Of course. He's a human being. Of course. Fair to say that he wished the team did other things? Of course. Would he like to be surrounded by perhaps more talent at times? Of course. He ain't dumb.
Yeah.
He ain't walking away from Denver in a contract. He likes it here. He loves it here. He prefers it here.
He loves it here. His family loves it here. His brothers love. Everybody loves it here. He also, and we all know he's a unique cat. I'm telling you right now, he's got a great affinity for the organization because they're the ones that took him. They're the ones that actually scouted him. They're the ones that said, you know what? We want you. And all of these things play into it. They want him. He wants them forever. Why do we even have to, discuss? I don't want to discuss it anymore. That's for darn sure. But just know that it was meant to be a situation where explaining the severity and stupidity of the second apron. That's all it is.
I asked the follow-up question to the powers that be. I said, well, all this backlash, all this craziness about that comment, what's the word? And the word is, it was completely misconstrued and taken out of context.
Of course.
Now, you can believe me, or you can turn on First Take and play the drama queen game. Do whatever you want. I don't care.